Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Best Day Ever podcast. I'm your host, Jade Leah Burns, and today we have two guests. This is the first time that I've had two guests on at once.
We're excited. The couch is just big enough for two people, too.
Perfect. This is Ryan Hoover with the Erie Downtown Development Corporation and Emily George, who is the owner of the Dollhouse Boutique, Vintage Boutique downtown.
Yes.
So what best day ever story are you guys bringing us this week?
I'm going to let Emily take this one, but I do want to say I want to give Emily credit when she gets a chance to talk about it. The Dollhouse at Foure, like the whole name of the Dollhouse, there's a whole reason behind it, and I think it's really, really cool. So I want to make sure you get a chance to explain that because I think it's really cool. I'm not sure the viewers understand that there's like a whole thing and a whole kind of like ideology behind the Dollhouse of Foure. Yeah. But I want Emily to explain why we're talking about the best day ever.
All right, so I guess I'll just start with the Dollhouse and why it's called the Dollhouse. So it's the Dollhouse at Foure Vintage. We started 12 years ago, and we started at Foure for the name. We were located on 8th Street, and it was 0.4 miles away from our home. So that's where that came in. And then throughout the years, as people would start coming in, little girls, anyone would just love the colors of the store. And it was just like, oh my gosh, this is like a dollhouse. On top of that, doll, it stands for Dare to Own a Life You Love. So that's where you get the whole entire Dollhouse from. Just really inspiring girls and younger girls to feel good about themselves from just if it's an outfit for 1 second, it makes you feel better on the inside as well.
It's really cool. I love
Yes.
anytime I learned that there's like a story behind like a name like that. I remember when I first met Emily, boy, this back in like 2021, I was like, there is something really intentional about the name here, and I want to know more about it. And that's when she explained, I think it's so cool. And when you go into a store, it certainly feels that way too. It's very colorful. There's things for everybody in that shop. It's really cool. But Emily has a really good, she's got a great like mind and a great way of like bringing people together and promoting and talking about like big events. And Emily's been a huge promoter of bringing people to downtown Erie, to the flagship city district, and to the shops at 5th and State. So why don't you kind of share what all of this is about?
Yeah. So this is about Miracle on State Street. Miracle on State Street, we had it last year. And it was just more focused on Small Business Saturday. And as we all come together, we work really well with the other small businesses. With Ryan of the EDDC, we're like, we need to make this bigger and better. So we are making it a whole season this year. So Miracle on State Street will start on Small Business Saturday. We're going to start announcing it on the 22nd to get it rolling.
Yeah. So think about it kind of bookended between like Small Business Saturday and like Downtown Delights as like an unofficial sort of like kind of taper off of Miracle on State Street. But I know they've got all sorts of cool surprises in store for after the holidays because Miracle on State will certainly continue on. I learned last year that there's actually quite a market for like return events. So like events around returning the gifts that are wrong sizes or just the wrong fit. I didn't know that until I met Emily at Glass Growers explaining to me that there's like an entire market of people who like to do events around return shopping days, which I think is hilarious. So Miracle on State Street was such a great idea. And yeah, like anytime someone comes to like me or Drew and says, hey, we have this like cool idea of this like, promotion for all of downtown Erie, we're thinking, yeah, like this seems like a blast. What do we got to do? So we've got this last year, like Emily said, we just sort of rolled it out and it was, really like any new event, kind of stumble out the gate. You just kind of see what you got, rip the Band-Aid off and,
remind
Go
me,
ahead.
this is when the snow
Oh.
happened, right? We had to like postpone
Correct.
and kind of
Yes.
rearrange something.
Hold on.
For 2 weekends.
There was more than snow, Emily. There was that crazy waterwork construction that just showed up in front of the food hall too. Do you remember that? It just appeared.
There were so many things.
It just appeared.
It did
and
just appear.
I started doing all those videos on Instagram where I was like, because really what it comes down to is I was kind of getting burned out by like being made out as the guy that knew about what was going on but didn't say anything about it, and which we didn't. We legitimately just didn't know what was happening. So I started making content every single day. I was doing like, I forgot what I called it. It was like a manhole cover update, and I was just walking out. I was like, let's see what we're doing today. And we were trying to get the guys to like buy pizza from IPA, but they were like, we were willing to like throw it over the fence for them. It was a whole thing. But no, there was the construction, and then the crazy snowstorm out of nowhere. So I think we probably didn't get the biggest runway in our hearts and in our minds, we had what we wanted to do, but there were just a couple things that happened that I think maybe I don't even want to say put a damper on it, but I think it maybe
People showed up
they
for
sure
the actual
did.
event.
They sure did. Small Business Saturday was really well attended.
Yes.
And it was
It's my
awesome.
favorite holiday, and to see people show up during the storm was fantastic
And
last year. It was
Broke
a miracle.
Into 2 weekends, right?
What was that?
You broke it into 2
We
weekends,
did,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It feels like such a blur, like a fuzzy blur.
Okay.
Yes.
I forgot there was like a small business A and B.
Right.
I forgot
There
all
was-
about that. I forgot all about
Because
that.
there's the
Yeah.
vendors at the Boston store.
That's right.
So Miracle on State Street is essentially to get the nostalgia of Erie and people coming back downtown to shop. You know, you see so many comments online where like, oh, we miss the Boston store, we miss shopping downtown, we miss this. And there's all these small businesses now downtown with the redevelopment, like, hi, we're here. Like, we are really trying to redevelop this. So come back, come feel it. You know, let's show you this experience that we have going on. And that's where it lifted off. Like, how do we get the big decorations back that used to be in the 50s and the 60s? And where we came to Ryan and Drew, like, all right, let's get big decorations up on all these big buildings. You know, there's a 4-foot wreath that looks like it's only 2 inches, but it is huge. And they started decorating this year already, this weekend. And that's supposed to be done by the 16th. So we're trying to do things a little bit sooner if the snow does come.
I'll say it's funny. I'm feeling a little pressure right now because it's still Halloween at the food hall.
I know.
And it's Christmas at Ascend right now. So I'm feeling
And
the
glass
pressure.
growers.
Oh, and glass
They
growers.
started
Yeah,
their
that's right,
open
that's right.
house last weekend.
So I'm starting to feel the pressure. We got to get food hall flipped quick
Gotta pull
here.
all-nighters.
Yeah, well, did you see the video that I did?
I was-
that created
Did you see the
quite a
video?
reaction.
No.
So I did this really silly video. I did it on purpose because I knew it was going to get a reaction out of people. It wasn't actually true, but we had this big Halloween party on it was like last Wednesday.
Yes.
It was packed. It was awesome. I had a great time. And I literally stayed at the party and I helped the bar staff clean up and we got everything taken care of. And literally as the last person walked out the door, I thought, how funny would it be if I dragged a Christmas tree like into the food hall and then like set it down, like assertively like planted the flag. You know what I mean? But I was like, oh, where am I gonna find a Christmas tree? And then it hit me. I was like, oh my God, we bought like a bunch of Christmas trees and they're just in
Throughout the
storage
years.
somewhere. Emily helped us buy these things. So I went and I started opening doors and I found our storage room, which I'm not going to share where it is, but I found our storage room and in it were like 3 or 4 Christmas trees that were intact with ornaments and everything. So I dragged this thing out of the storage room, walked it down State Street, which that in itself was funny. And I could only imagine what that security footage looks like. So then I created this content of me like struggling to pull it into the food hall. And then I pushed one of our like pumpkin decorations out of the way and it set this Christmas tree down. And I like planted the flag and I definitely like put a little bit of like assertiveness to it because I knew there was a whole group of people who would get really riled up over that video. And it did. It popped. It did pretty well, I think. But Meta blocked the audio because I used the Christmas vacation audio and something changed. I was able to use the audio, but then it got blocked. So I think it's almost funnier that Meta blocked the audio because even Meta was basically like, no, too early, dude. Like, too early.
We're gonna have to get the video and put it in this podcast. Edit it in.
It's fun. It's on our
It's
Instagram
good.
and it's on our Facebook. But yeah,
Just the whole like of being a promoter in events and being small businesses and having to run events, and then all of a sudden you're like, all right, let's roll into the next
it's
one.
crazy.
Let's go.
It is hard to believe. But for the record, to set the record straight, I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving does deserve its
Yes,
spotlight.
it does.
Forget it.
Can't forget about Thanksgiving, but I think Emily and I and all the shops understand too that our role is to get conversation starting, and sometimes that means you got to plant a Christmas tree a little early in the food hall. But the Christmas tree is not there. It was just for the content. It's back in storage, but I imagine it's going to be back in its spot probably this week. I think we're starting. We're going to have to start soon.
We're starting. You have to start. Yes.
Yeah, EDDC maintenance
You need
team.
my help. Let me know.
If the maintenance team is listening to this, we have to schedule a meeting.
Oh my
The maintenance
gosh.
team had to come into the Dollhouse last week, and it was after your video. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
so did Ryan really start?
No, I
Did he
didn't
start?
start.
Because when I
It
used
was
to
all fake.
decorate, I was,
All
it was
fake.
all nights, all times of the hours
Yeah.
until 5 a.m. So,
It takes
and
a
I'm
long
like,
time.
I wouldn't doubt that you were in
No, I
there
wasn't.
on Halloween
Well,
night
our
doing
friend,
that.
our friend Rye from Ember Forge, I think was she was pretty affected by this one. I actually had to go explain myself to Rye at Ember Forge. Drew Whiting went into Ember Forge and got a coffee and told her that I started decorating for Christmas, and literally just threw me under the bus. So I had to go to Ember Forge and explain to Rye that no, food hall is not actually Christmas yet, but it will be. I think
Very
it will be really
very
soon.
soon.
So all that to say, I'm feeling the pressure because the Christmas decorations are going up already, as Emily said. And I also I want to go back to what Emily said about the shopping. Like, my parents and I think my parents' generation remembers downtown Erie in a very like specific vision.
Right.
And we all know that like that part of downtown Erie, that ship may have sailed for many reasons or another. But what Emily and I are just trying to share, and this is through the Miracle on State, is like, hey, there are shops in downtown Erie. You can relive that nostalgic feeling. And I think during Small Business Saturday, that is one of those times of the year where you look around and say, whoa,
That's
this
exactly it.
is
All the
so
hard
cool.
work, just all of it, seeing the support come out because you're
Yeah.
in the middle of it. And
Yeah.
just to see the community come together
Yeah.
for Small Business Saturday.
It's just one of those.
And it's right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
so you
sure
have
is.
the feels of Thanksgiving, everyone home for
chills.
Thanksgiving. I know.
I'm
I
getting
have the
chills
chills too.
It's just cool, dude. It's cool because I can already see it in my head. Like, it's like, it's just cool to see people downtown. And I think that's what we're so passionate about is just creating these cool, like marquee events and just bringing people downtown. Because the comment we always hear, and it nothing makes people like Emily and I more upset about this, but it is what it is. We always hear, did not know this was down here. We did not know this was a thing. And it's like, we've been doing our best to get the word out, but until you go and experience it yourself, to see that downtown Erie is, it has made a turn.
Yeah.
We're going down a really cool way where maybe you could start feeling nostalgic about downtown Erie. Until you go and experience it yourself, you just may not know. So nothing burns our toast more than when people say, I just didn't know.
But there's always something new as well, because I feel like within
Yes.
covering like the Small Business Saturdays or just whatever holidays for the last couple of years,
Yeah.
I go there and I'm always surprised
Yeah.
with how many small
Correct.
businesses there are and how many pop-ups there are and just so
Yeah.
many local different things that there are.
Exactly.
So-
When we were just talking about the commercial for Miracle on State Street, it was like this person's added, this place is added, this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there are always new things.
There's always new
coming
things.
in.
And this isn't so much about Miracle on State, but I was just having a conversation before this with our team at the EDDC. I have had a couple apartment tours scheduled today, and it's like on these tours, I'm able to explain to these folks that there's like other places to look for apartments too in downtown Erie. It's just really cool to think. It's like, man, this is cool. Like there are so many things going on down there. People are living there. People are shopping there. People are visiting there. And the cool thing too is that Miracle on State is going to give everyone an opportunity to get involved, whether it's shoppers, people who work here, people who live there. Everyone's going to have an opportunity to get involved in Miracle on State. So it's, I don't know. I try not to get too overly excited, but this one I'm stoked
And like
about.
Ryan, we're saying it's not just impact like one day of people just to come down for Small Business Saturday. It's going to be a whole entire season. You have the Erie Downtown Partnership with their skating rink. You have the Downtown Delights that kicks off on December 5th. If we go back sooner, this weekend and last weekend was Glass Growers, their open house for Christmas. Next weekend, you have Copper Carriage's Holiday Market at the Masonic Temple. They have over 75 vendors, and that's Saturday and Sunday. Then we have like a little bit of a gap, which will get all the decorations done downtown.
Yeah.
And then the next weekend's Small Business Saturday.
Yeah,
And it just keeps flowing.
Small Business Saturday is definitely like that. I mean, it's like an explosion of activity. There's just so many people. It's cool. It's one of my favorite times of the year. I just love going and walking around and seeing all the folks with shopping bags, and it's very cool.
We have new branding this year as well. We've worked with Erie Apparel.
Shout out Erie Apparel. So talented.
Yes, they really are.
So talented.
For Miracle on State Street. So there will be exclusive merchandise sold at the Dollhouse as well as Copper Carriage. We have a couple days to narrow it down so that it can all be produced by Small Business Saturday.
I've always said this about Erie Apparel, but what's so great about them, Erie Apparel's helped out the food hall with the branding, helped out the flagship city,
whole
flagship city
district in
district
itself, yeah.
Yeah, they've helped out with branding with us, and it's like you talk to a guy like Greg from Erie Apparel, you just tell him what you want to do, and somehow he nails it with the branding. It's just really cool. So with Miracle on State, we haven't shared it publicly yet, but I know she's very excited to get it out. It looks so good.
Yes, a little
really cool.
background story too. Erie Apparel, their first pop-up was in our location on 8th Street, so they're dear to my
didn't
heart
know
as
that.
well. Yes,
No way.
yeah.
I didn't know that. That's new. So I'm thinking like Erie Apparel of like the 2015, 16.
We're going to 2014 14.
Wow. So that was like that collage shirt, that like
Yes,
iconic.
the meatballs.
Yeah,
yep,
the collage shirt.
And all the, the
I
collage.
what's funny is I saw that collage shirt in Florida for the first time.
Oh my gosh, that's
I was living in Florida, and I saw a guy wearing that shirt. And obviously he was from Erie, and he didn't know me. I didn't know him, but I stopped him, and I was like, "You need to tell me where you got the shirt." And he was like, "What?" I'm like, "Backstory: I'm from Erie." It was like a whole thing, and yeah, that was when I learned about Erie apparel. But this was like before they were like kind of what they are now, or
a brick and mortar.
That is
So they did
cool.
pop-ups, and then they were able to, I think, go to the mall. They had a seasonal pop-up there, and
Now
then
they're on
open up
12th
their
Street,
12th and downtown.
It's cool.
Yes.
They have cool shirts.
They have cool stuff in
Right.
general.
This is their logo right there. There it is.
Yeah. I think my family, either my brother or my dad or boyfriend, they're wearing Erie apparel shirt like every other day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Most of my closet. Yeah. It's good stuff.
So
So
other
there'll be
things,
rating.
what's something else that you guys are incorporating new this year with Miracle on State?
So last year, what we didn't do a great job at with Miracle on State was getting a residential piece to it. So a piece that maybe the public won't know about, but this is a piece that if you are a resident in Flagship City District, you may now get a chance to participate in Miracle on State Street. So every year, for example, we do we obviously encourage our residents to decorate their windows, decorate their doors, but there was really no like formal process. But I know Susan and myself, some folks at the EDDC, we are working really hard on putting together a really cool event that is just for residents and tenants of the EDDC, which would be a part of this Miracle on State Street. So for me personally, I'm pretty stoked to find a way to incorporate more of a residential piece to it too. So that if you are someone who lives there and you stay in town for the holidays, you can get involved in a special way.
So the Erie Downtown Partnership, last year, they helped us put together a window decorating contest for the small businesses. And that will happen again this year. I think the footprint's a little bit bigger.
Good, that's awesome.
And everyone's window has to be decorated by the 25th, or by Small Business Saturday, excuse me. So Ryan's saying like they're adding in now for all of their residents in Flagship City District, right?
Yeah, well,
that they can.
For like the windows?
Yes.
Yeah, we want them
for
to.
their doors.
Oh, yeah.
Or the windows.
Well, if you have an apartment that faces a road, because some of the apartments.
Oh, how cool.
So like some of the apartments are like interior, but I don't know if there's like a stipend going to them to do it. I think it's mostly just on them. But the hope is that like most residents will decorate their windows just willingly, but to tell them that there's like an event behind it.
This is great.
We think that the windows, we could see some pretty cool stuff from the apartment windows too. So, and it's cool too, because like so many of the folks that live in those apartments, a lot of them aren't from Erie. So some of them will go home for the holidays, which is most of our Miracle on State Street, but not before they decorate. So you'll still see like a Christmas tree or something really cool. And it's just neat to go down. For me, I think it's cool to go down State Street and see these cool buildings and see like Dollhouse at Pointe, but then look upstairs and be like, oh, that's cool. Like someone's clearly living there.
Yeah.
I just see Home Alone with like him doing little dancing back and
my
forth in the window.
That's such a good idea.
Because you said a lot of them go home, which a lot of them don't live here.
Oh, it's such a good idea. I wonder.
You got it, Ryan.
Well, we know a lot of the residents. It's like, which one do I know of that's like on a window would do it? But anyways, no, there's some really cool opportunities, and I think just the decorations alone are an attraction in itself.
Absolutely.
Just
you could
just to
drive
see it.
by, you don't have to stop to get out, but it does encourage people to walk downtown and vote. So it is a participation of the community to
That's right.
vote for the windows. There's a QR code.
And I
There's
think-
going to be more vendors at different vendor locations. So usually it's just at the Boston store for Small Business Saturday, and then there was the art museum as well. I think 1020 did it for a while, but they're adding, I think, the small businesses element into it too, where vendors will hub inside of there.
I think I remember the food hall and Ascend having a couple spots too. So that was another good spot. You know what we didn't do, and I guess this just became like a potential idea. You know what we haven't done in a while is a gift wrapping station.
How cool would it be to have celebrities doing gift wrapping? Like they have a timer, and it's like at Ascend, and then it's a big charity event.
What a good idea.
See, we're
This
still
is-
riffing.
this
We're
is how
like,
it happens.
turn on the light.
This is honestly how it
it
happens.
is a whole season, and we are here for it to just keep creating different things.
Dude,
so.
it's like next week though.
I know. Why are we here? We gotta go. We need to go.
I'm helping with the work,
I know.
obviously.
Man, that's a good idea. I was about to just call my mom. Do you want to just like post up and wrap some presents?
Oh
for
my
all?
gosh, her and Regina.
Well,
They're the sweetest.
Well, she did it at the mall. Like I remember like the mall always had like a gift wrapping station. Yeah, my mom would always do it. Yeah, I think there was a Children's Miracle Network angle, and my aunt was involved with Children's Miracle Network. So I think they had like a time slot when they were at the table.
Yes.
But anyways, should we? We
Yeah,
should. I think we should.
Done.
Jade, you want to wrap presents?
Jade, you want to get in on it? Are you good at wrapping presents?
Are
Okay,
you?
here's the thing. Not like time though. Like I'm very good at wrapping presents. Very good.
How do we?
I think it needs to be like timed though, and it has to be like an odd,
Like
just object, and they. Then,
Is there anyone else who can sit here while we?
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, we just,
man, I'm literally known for my gift wrapping.
Okay.
Actually, because
Are you really?
I'm very specific with like the paper and the ribbon and
Really?
how I tie the bows and everything. So
Okay.
but,
Well,
like,
I mean, tell you what.
it
I
takes
mean,
time.
what if
we're
it were
gonna
a
make
thing?
very
It does.
special.
Well, I mean, if it's at the food hall, like it could be a thing where you drop your gift off and then you go eat,
Wait, that's fun.
and while you're eating,
Yeah.
it's being wrapped. You come back, you pick it up.
Wait, I love this.
That's not bad idea. Okay. All right, Jade. Maybe you're back in. Maybe lightly, ever so lightly back in. Ever so lightly.
hi.
But I think some kind of
gosh.
gift wrapping situation would be the move for sure. Why am I bad
Brianna,
with that?
do you want to wrap
kind
gifts?
of.
Are you good at wrapping presents?
But like speedy.
Are you really?
Like what? Speedy.
Like fast, under pressure?
Oh.
How do you?
All right.
How do you feel?
I like this. We could have different categories.
What are your thoughts on a gift bag versus like a wrapped? Like if it's an item that can be wrapped, just putting it in a bag versus wrapping it. Do you have like really strong opinions? You should, by the way, if you don't. That's why I'm asking.
Personally, I like the bag.
Do you really?
I like to do like the glitter paper, like
Ooh.
like make it super cute.
Do you really?
I hate that. I can
I do. Can't stand
do
it.
you like the box like with the bow.
Oh, absolutely.
Too.
Yeah.
I'm more like a bag girly.
Yeah. All right.
I feel
Multiple.
like-
we'll find another.
Yeah. This is not going well.
No, bag is like
There's the
lazy.
I'm with Jade on this one.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Well, we're talking about like a gift wrapping station for Miracle on State Street.
That
Like
has
a-
some
like
kind
a
of
small business
charity
Saturday.
little
Yeah.
aspect to it.
Here.
All right.
Okay.
But you'd have to actually wrap the present. All right. Okay. All right.
No sweat.
No, it
All
sounds
right.
easy.
I don't know.
All right, well, more to come on that then. I mean, but honestly, what's funny though, like this is so real. Like what Emily, like this is how it'll go though. Is like they have meetings all the time about this. There was a meeting this morning that I couldn't get to, and I'm sure there are like so many like actual ideas and actual agenda. But then stuff like this will be like, oh, did we think about this?
Right.
Like, nope.
But then hearing that people, like this idea
Yeah.
makes it really want to happen, and we'll
Yeah.
make it happen.
We will. It's fun. Like what we love about what we're doing down there is like I'm not sure how much Drew would love that I say this, but there are times where it feels like we are just doing our best, and sometimes it kind of feels like we're just trying something without a whole lot of like data to support it. It's like we just have to do this. This just has to be done. I hate to boast, but the talking trash can at the food hall is a prime example of something that just should be done. There is no data to support that the food hall needs a talking trash can, but how fun would it be if there was a talking trash can? So we just have to do silly
You
things
mean like
sometimes.
the talking pumpkin at the Zubu?
The talking pumpkin at the Zuba was
So
not there this
what-
year,
Oh.
unfortunately. I don't know.
Well, then you need a trash can
Well,
where
that's
you'd
why-
be talking behind it.
Well, all
Like
these
the
but,
magic
like
curtain?
growing up as a little kid coming to Erie, there are like very like specific nostalgic moments, and the talking pumpkin at the zoo is like without a doubt one of like those burned in memories.
Right.
And then at my time at a certain theme park at a certain location in the country, there were like talking trash cans. That was like a very normal thing.
Okay.
So that's where I got the idea to have a talking trash can at the food hall. And it's like this is why we're doing this stuff. Is like we're a development company that's not like other development companies.
Right.
And we're doing the work that we're doing in a city that needed the help and needed the assistance, and we're doing the best we can. And this Miracle on State Street and these cool ideas and just like the casualness of how the ideas come up is all part of our culture. So it is pretty fun.
Yeah, I think the uniqueness.
the magic, yes.
as well. It draws people to downtown, of course.
Gets
so,
people talking too.
Yeah.
Talking about downtown Erie is always a positive for us. Obviously, we want people talking about downtown Erie in a positive light. We just seen people talking about downtown
How
Erie in
long
general.
have you been with the E EDDC?
2021.
22 years.
And
That's what it feels like.
Jeez. Honestly, yeah, I guess. I know. I moved home officially in 2021.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like when I came into the EDDC, it was like John Persinger was our CEO, and he was like still like painting the picture. of what this was all going to look
absolutely.
like, and it was like construction. I mean, it was people complain about construction now in downtown Erie. It's like, boy,
Yes.
back in
When people ask
2021.
how long I've been there? I'm like,
Yeah.
1 year it feels like. But
Yeah.
no,
It's crazy.
2020.
Would
So
you
much.
have imagined the places that downtown has gone from when you started? I mean, there's the food hall, apartments, now Ascend. Like, there's so many. Soon the, what is it called in the middle that you guys are?
Commons.
Commons, yes.
So
that are
it's hard for
coming.
me to answer that because like it was always why the EDDC was created,
Yes.
was to do this. So like the moment I came in, I was given the presentation and here's what we're going to do. So I guess no, I'm not surprised because this is exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Is this work?
Right. We saw the footprint.
Yeah, like we saw it
But
way
I think
before
it's
anyone
more
else
of like
did.
just seeing it happen
It's so cool.
Is so cool. Watching a whole
cool.
entire building across the street, you know,
Yeah.
we were playing actually curling in the lot across from the
You-
Dollhouse once they took down
You
and
were
leveled.
curling 1.0.
Yes.
You were.
When
Yeah,
they-
that's right. They put up bleachers.
Yes.
That was a whole thing. Oh my
So
goodness.
just,
Yeah.
you know, playing Flagship City curling the
Yeah.
first year in 2020 before the pandemic.
That was before me. yeah.
And now seeing a whole entire building across the
crazy.
street is incredible.
Crazy.
Yeah, the
You're like, just keep holding on because it just keeps growing
Yeah.
and growing. I would say by
Yeah.
2027.
It's 20. That'd be I mean, I'm the EDDC knows that I am a cynic when it comes to construction deadlines. They know that I am not the guy to talk about construction dates. It's just not me. But I think if Drew and Corey were sitting here, I think it's officially, is it 2026, 2027 is officially for Flagship City Commons. It's going to take a while. I mean, they're building a building in between two buildings. This is no light job. This is going to be a pretty disruptive building to go up. So it's I think we're going to be going into another construction phase of downtown Erie, but it's all okay. It's Drew always says it's like the Band-Aid you have to rip off to get to the promised land, I think is what he always says. But that building is going to be unbelievable. It's truly, you want to talk about a building that is physically connecting these different ideas and these properties. The Flagship City Commons is checking all those boxes.
Last
so
piece.
it is literally the last piece. And it's late. It was supposed to be there already. So I'm excited for it to get there. So I guess, so no, to answer your question more directly, am I surprised? No, this is exactly what we were supposed to see. But to Emily's point, to actually see it is totally
Right.
different. Like you can
It's
see
rewarding.
the amount of
It's-
presentations I've seen with these renderings and these apartments. I've seen hundreds of hours of these presentations. But yeah, to actually walk around and be like, oh man, like someone just popped out of Serafini's and then walked into Erie Apparel. It's like, that is crazy
Right.
cool.
Yes.
That is so cool.
And we're more like ambassadors down there, you know, because people
Yeah.
come down and they're like, what's this? What's that? And you're like, well, let me show you this. And
Yeah.
even as a small business, I mean, it's always, how's it going? What are you doing? And you get really excited to talk about like what the stages have been and what's to come and what is very new. So
And
I
think
also think it's interesting to see the development, but also keep a lot of the history in the buildings.
Yes.
Because I know, like, Serafini's that just opened. I was in there before they did the whole construction, but they kept, like, the chandeliers and just the things on the wall just to make
Right.
sure that it's still there, embedded within something new that they're bringing downtown.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. It's the Sherlock's and Park Place conversation that will always kind of be with the EDDC forever, and the bricks that are from the building are still
Yeah.
in the food hall. Like all the walls are original. And
Right.
there's a lot of cool, like when I bring people through the food hall who had been to Sherlock's or Park Place, I'm not even going to lie to you. I bet there's a part of them that walks in and they go, oh my goodness, like this is not at all what I remember. But when you show them like the things that were kept in the walls and so many pieces of the architecture and the outside and the facade, it's like, okay, this is really, really, really cool. So that storytelling piece is so crucial and so important that I think it's something that we need to obviously push and show and share, because we're all very proud of the food hall. And I was also a Park Place kid going to college, so like don't get me wrong, all of us were going to those places, and it's just cool to see an entirely new life, new memories being made there. And that's what this is all about. It's generational change, new memories, and it's exciting stuff to see it all come together. And I also think all of us in this room have probably experienced this. You guys as reporters and friends and family who visit downtown Erie, who maybe haven't been there in a couple years or a few months, to see their reaction.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what's really cool, because now it's not only just the EDDC doing this work. There are other folks that are doing work in downtown Erie. So now all this work is being amplified and doubled and tripled in certain areas. So when you guys are coming downtown and you're bringing your friends, it's very possible that your friends are saying, whoa, this is not at all what I remember downtown Erie being like. So that, I think that is now affecting our visitors in that way too.
Yes.
Great. How much are we? Wait, I have to ask my last question.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know how much time we were at. Okay. So I asked this of all my guests. Why do you think Erie is the best city ever?
Ooh.
This can be a vibe, a memory, a story, anything that you just think Erie is the best city ever.
All right. So I know you have not. I lived in Atlanta for a while. That's where I went to college. I know that you've lived in Florida. Yeah.
Atlanta?
ATL? Yes, nice. And it's our hometown. And I went to school for fashion design, fashion merchandising, moving back, being able to create something, not just a small business, but being able to help with a revitalization and being a part of it. I think that's what's so great about Erie is that it's small, but it's big. You know, you have the store for 12 years, but people still don't know about you. But you are here helping, creating, and I think that the support of everyone and the sunsets and the seasons, it just, there's so much to Erie. And I think it's home.
Yeah. That's
If
a great, that's
if
really
that
cool.
helps. If that is even a good answer.
I think you're right on the money with that. It's like, it does kind of feel like one of those cities, especially like right now, there's like a chance for so many people to really help move the city into what we all want it to be. And it's like that time is kind of like right now. And that's sort of what I was seeing too. Now, to be completely transparent, like I moved back to Erie because I was laid off. Like my time in Orlando ended. It was decided for me. But in and around that time, my wife and I, who were both Harbor Creek grads, we both went to Penn State Barron, we both moved away to Orlando. While we were down there though, as fun as Orlando was, it was a giant city.
Right.
You know, it took 45 minutes to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it was really
It's
cool
true.
having
Traffic.
toll roads. We had literally an arsenal of experiences at our fingertips that we could have gone to that were, you know, not too far away. But, you know, we start looking at Orlando through the eyes of like what parenting might look like. Sure. What does that look like? And how important is the 15-minute city and that idea to us?
Right.
That's when we were like, oh boy, Erie feels really cool all of a sudden. And
you're like,
also,
now we know why our parents are there.
yeah, well, actually, my parents were about to sell the house in Harbor Creek and move to Orlando.
But Harbor Creek is popping.
We love Harbor Creek. Well, anyways, so we literally had to sit them down and be like, hey, how about don't sell the house because we think we're coming back. And yeah, so that's, you know, when I got laid off, I guess we could have gone anywhere. I could have stayed there. I could have waited for my job to come back, but we were like, no, if we're going to move, it's now. Yeah. And it was around the exact same time that the EDDC was looking for someone to help out with the apartments. So everything just kind of fell into line for us. So for me coming home, like that 15-minute city, to be able to get anywhere in this place in 15 minutes flat is so cool. I also love, I kind of love going right to bat with like the negativity that kind of comes with Erie, because there is a bit of it. I think we can all admit that there's a little bit of negativity here. Yes. But Emily has been away from Erie for some time. I've been away from Erie for some time. So there are a lot of people in this town who have, I call boomerangs, who have left and come back. They've all kind of gotten a chance to see what the big city feeling is like, and that charm of Erie starts to kind of float back to the top.
I think I've said that, or at least when I've asked that question to every single one of my guests, I have said the same exact thing, because I left for New York in college and I ended up coming back home, but I don't think I realized how many things and possibilities were back at home while I was gone, until I was like right here and slapped in the face with it. So yeah.
That's pretty cool. Did you live in New York City?
I lived in Long Island. I was 40 minutes by train to Manhattan.
So you took a train into work?
Some days.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That whole big city life, we just came back from a wedding in Newark, and we were just there over the weekend. Did not realize how close Newark was to New York City. That blew my mind that I saw the skyline this weekend. I wasn't ready for that. But anyways, yeah, our friends live out there, and to hear them talking about like how long it takes them to get to work, and they got to take the bus or the train. It's wild. Yeah. And for me, like I'm sure they love living there. I'm sure they can't. They wouldn't imagine living anywhere else. But for me, I think about like my value of time and being able to be close to my family. My parents are my neighbors. too much information, but that's we love those are my values, and we
Yes.
love it, and I think that's why I think Erie is the coolest city in the world. It's what we need to work on though. Everyone listening needs to work on embracing every season.
Yes.
We are not just a summer town. We are
Four-season destination.
we're a 4-season destination, and we are rolling into the one that we're known for. So
Yes.
I want us to.
I love the snow.
I like it too. I think we all need to
You
like
need a
the
pink
snow.
snowsuit.
I do.
Oh.
Oh, a Jade snowsuit.
Oh my goodness.
Are you a skier or a snowboarder or a snow sports?
I have actually never done any of those things, which is crazy.
You need to get out
but
there.
I know.
That is a show in itself.
Are we gonna go?
There we go.
Yes.
I haven't done a lot of things. Actually, they want to make a podcast of me trying random things because I don't do anything.
That would be
A hot dog
Or a
Hey.
salad.
or a salad.
Guys,
Okay.
stop! This is my podcast. You can't air me out here.
No, this
Well,
is what
she's
it's for.
wrapping gifts like a hot dog's place.
This is what you get when you
down.
get your own podcast, man. This is what you get.
Please.
Are the Scots listening? Can we do something at the peak? Just roll her up to the peak. That'd be fun.
I would drink a hot cocoa and watch you.
That'd be fun.
Snowboard.
I've got a GoPro and I've got a snowboard.
Oh
Could you
my
imagine?
gosh.
Well,
Pizza, hot. What was it? Pizza and French fry? Is that for skiing? Pizza, French fry?
Yeah, it's free pizza and French fry. I always call it for snowboarding. I call it breadsticks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a
oh my
snowboarder,
God.
so
Ah.
yeah. I'm afraid of the terrain parks though. I stick to
Yeah.
just. I got.
See,
I stay
that's
to the
what-
left or
oof.
stay to the right. I tried a terrain park. I'm not that snowboarder.
I went on the bunny hill. The first time I ever went, I went on the bunny hill one time, and
Uh-huh.
my friend was like, "All right, let's go to the same hill, but it's just a little bit bigger." It was the biggest hill that they have.
That sounds about right.
What a friend.
Yeah, right. But I learned.
Yes.
I love that. for
There's
you.
no stopping. You're going.
I'll
One
be
way down.
rolling down the
Yes.
hill.
Then
I cannot. Oh my gosh.
I took my friend from Florida to the peak when we moved home. They helped us move home, so we all drove. We literally all piled in the U-Haul from Orlando and drove up to Erie.
That's
and
crazy.
These are phenomenal friends. These are the best friends I'll ever have in my entire life. I met them all down in Orlando, and they're lifers. But anyways, they drove up to Erie with us. They'd never been to Erie before. This was their first time in Erie. No, sorry, that's not right. It was their second time. They came up for our wedding, and anyways, it was their first time seeing snow in Erie. It was we happened to be a lake effect snowstorm.
Yeah.
And it was the day later we went up to the peak. My friend who is Cuban, lives in Orlando, went skiing as a kid, but hadn't gone skiing since. So we took him up to the peak, and he got to re-experience that. It was really cool. He had so much fun.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was really cool. Anyways, Erie's the best. Love this place.
Erie's the best.
We and I think people like Emily too show that they full-heartedly really feel that way too. They invested it in their shops. They've come to downtown. They've planted their flag in downtown Erie. This is where they want to be, and they share the same vision. So it's cool to see other people who just truly love the city, and yeah, it's a good place to be. Great place to raise a family. Great place to visit.
Sounds good. Well, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
If you guys want any more information about the downtown anything, what's the website?
I would say go to flagshipcitydistrict.com.
There you
And
go.
that's going to talk all about Miracle on State Street as well.
Oh yeah, Miracle on State Street. Oh, and parking, of course, too, because there's
Oh.
no parking in downtown Erie. Remember that. There's no parking in downtown Erie.
Well, there's a new parking garage.
340 spot
What?
parking garage on the
There
corner of
is.
5th and State. What?
Are you
Right behind the
kidding?
new Dave's Diner. Excuse me. What?
I-
Hold on.
Please, I can't.
Wait a second. A parking
There's a
garage
parking garage? No.
where you don't have to brush
No.
your snow off?
There
Didn't
couldn't
imagine.
possibly be a parking garage in downtown Erie. There's
my
no way
gosh.
there's
I
340
can't.
space
I
parking
can't.
garage in downtown Erie with covered
See,
areas.
this
and
is why you're in this position.
nice
Yes.
elevators.
Obviously.
The lights come on as you pull in. I'm sorry, it's a
I
very
do.
cool garage.
That is very cool. I do
if
look
you-
forward to that.
The view on the top is beautiful.
It
Did you know
is.
that we do?
It is.
We did a tenant only fireworks viewing party up there. Our second year
VIP.
doing it. It's really cool.
I was there the first year. It was really cool.
So we are a little sensitive about the parking talk. Sorry. Here's what I'll say. If you are someone who's listening and you are someone who goes downtown, what Emily and I think all the shops would encourage you to do is to, this holiday season, consider parking your car in one space, leaving it, and enjoying a walk. I think that's part of what we're doing is re-educating and retraining how downtowns kind of work. And I think for a lot of people, it's for my parents too. It's easy for them to think I park in the parking lot, I go to the place, I go back to my car, I drive to another parking lot, I go to the place and I go back to my car and I drive. So we're asking you to not do that. We're asking you to park your car one time and just enjoy it all. So that's a little bit of retraining the brain.
Yeah.
So you can park it in the garage or not, but the garage is cool.
If you say so, I guess you guys are gonna have to check it out
You
for
should have your
yourselves.
talking
Of
garbage
course.
can there.
In the garage?
One of them.
I can move it there.
Oh my gosh.
That's easy. That's no trouble at all. What a great idea.
Get me off.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. And
you, Jade.
until the next time, we hope that you guys have the best day ever.